Now, Stu, you've been a huge advocate, a very vocal advocate in the grassroots soccer, a need for change in the grassroots soccer in this country. What is the biggest change you'd like to see in the economics of youth soccer in the U.S. and how can parents advocate for those changes?
Look, the easiest thing to say, and everybody says, is that soccer is too expensive. But the reality is, a lot of youth sports are overly expensive, and because they are a business. Now, somebody has to pay for something along the way. Like, we can't just hand out free sports across the board and say, you guys go at it, because somebody is fitting the bill on
Okay.
that. But I think we have to find ways. Through top down organizations like US Soccer and MLS, and they already are. So I hate to just say like they have to make soccer more inexpensive for everybody. I think the most important thing is having more opportunities for people to play, and whether that is at school or turning certain parks and working with cities and local organizations to how can you create safe places to play. Now, whether that's inner city areas, underfunded parts of cities, and turning these parks that have just terrible grass areas, but putting down turf and programming, after school programming, working with local organizations to basically just give avenues for kids to play that aren't necessarily club soccer and aren't elite level, but pathways that it all can kind of funnel up to when you get to a certain age that soccer becomes more inexpensive, because now there's just more opportunities and there's more competition that kids have to play these sports. I get asked it all the time. I don't know the answer candidly, other than I love seeing the work that different organizations are doing, from nonprofits to local clubs, that whatever they're spending on, professional clubs are spending on the professional side. They're also investing on making sure that there's opportunities for kids that can't afford and can't play the sport at that level, for them to be able to play and continue their journey. And that's everything from access to coaching, coaching education on even coaches that can't afford the licenses or don't have the resources to be able to improve, because if you have better coaches, you're going to have better players. And then the participation sticks around, because I hate seeing the statistic that a certain amount of kids, whatever the exact statistic is though, but after 13 years old, you see a huge
Massive
drop
drop
off in
off, yeah.
participation in soccer in this country. And that's because kids, they can't keep up, because they're not getting the same coaching. They're not getting the same opportunities. They don't have the same access. And then all of a sudden they're not enjoying it. And that's what it's about. If you're not enjoying it and you're not able to keep up and you don't feel that your level is good, then you're not going to play that sport. And that's my biggest concern, I think, for youth athletes. And I think it's the biggest thing we get wrong, is that it becomes cost prohibitive at a certain age. And we have to continue to find ways to fund programming to keep these kids in the game and keep them enjoying it. And whether that leads to a college education, a professional, access to the sport. I just think that sports in life are the most important thing that kids can do from a team perspective, competition perspective, that sets them up for success in life.